Hey chickies, okay, today we are doing a colour blocking mani which is inspired by the lip art created by a girl called Steller. She's amazingly talented. I'll put her details in the description box down below. Anyway, let's get into it. I really hope you like it. The polishes for this one are all from Cirque Colors. I'm using a black which is Memento Mori. The mustard yellow is called Hustle, and then the hot pink is Nympho, and the purple is Lean. I'll also be using nail striping tape, which is easily available on eBay, and you'll also need some tweezers for this. Now, starting off with my base coat of Nail Envy by OPI, I am then going to use my nail striping tape to create a straight line right down the middle of my nail. Just so you know, I also have a coat of Seche Vite over my base coat. Let that completely dry before putting any striping tape over my nail. The reason we do that is to make sure that the striping tape doesn't pull up the base coat, because you put that there for a reason. And I also have another reason for it, which I'll show you in a moment. Once you have your striping tape down and it's nice and straight, it's time to start painting your colours on either side of that striping tape. It's a really good idea to keep the bottles open while you're doing this, because you have to work really fast. Now, once you've completed your second colour, you want to pull off that striping tape straight away. Do not wait for the polish to dry. Whilst we're waiting for that to dry, we're going to move on to the middle nail, and because I'd already painted this nail and I didn't want to repaint it, I'm putting down a piece of striping tape exactly the same way as I did with the other nail, and then I'm going to paint a coat of Seche Vite over the top of that. And what that does is provide me with a ridge line to paint the black line. I know it's a lot of work, but you know. Now hopefully you can see that when I take this tape off, there's a centre line running down the middle of my nail, and that will hopefully, well, that was my theory anyway, will act as a guide to the black paint that I'm going to paint there. Moving back onto the two-tone nail, I decided to do a little bit of, clean up housework, clean up, whatever you call it. I'm just trying to avoid having to paint the black on my nail because I was really frightened of it. I really was, even though I thought I'd made it, a little bit easier for myself with the ridges, but anyway, we'll see. Along with some black acrylic craft paint, I'll also be using my two favourite brushes from the Stylish Nail Art Shop, my Maxi brush, and as Elephant Gaming pointed out, I have been calling the RFK brush, well, the RKF brush, the RFK, so it may very well be that I'm slightly dyslexic. Well, there you go. Who knew? So now it's time to paint the black on both of the nails. It's incredibly frightening. Seriously, it's incredibly frightening. But you can see that I believe, this is just my opinion, but that ridge that's created by the striping tape actually makes at least the first line much easier than it would have been otherwise. Not to mention the fact that I'm using black acrylic craft paint, so I have as many do-overs as I like. Now, yes, I could have used black striping tape to do the line down the centre of my nail, but I didn't have any, so there you go. Now, hopefully you could tell from the centre line, when I painted the centre line, I was using the much longer brush, which is the RKF brush. And then I'm switching that out for the smaller Maxi brush to create the lines around either side of those two colours. This was incredibly nerve-wracking, frightening, scary. I didn't want to do it, but I really did at the same time, and I wanted to conquer that fear. It's really difficult, I know, for a lot of people. Not everybody has a steady hand. All I can say is that take a deep breath and try and relax your shoulders. Next, moving on to the middle nail, I used that ridge I created using the Seche Vite and the striping tape to help me, or to guide me, in painting a really seriously straight line on this yellow nail. I didn't film the rest of the outlining on this nail, and I literally chickened out and only did one side. It was supposed to be both sides, but I just, it was too much pressure. And finally, we're going to do the teensiest bit of cleanup, really easy, using my non-acetone remover and my Royal Majestic brush. And finally, let's seal it all in with a good quality top coat. I'm using Seche Vite as per usual. That's it for this one. I really hope you like it. I hope you give it a go. I know it can be intimidating doing these sorts of things, but Look, you know, if you use acrylic craft paint, you have so many do-overs, you'll be perfect by the time you finish. So, yeah, please give it a go. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, Tickies. Oh, and thank you for subscribing. And thanks for that delicious thumbs up. Bye.